Cannibal Corpse has been writing songs about violence for over 30 years. Is there really a type of violence that they haven't imagined already? Greetings, hard and heavy music fans. I'm Dante, you're watching the Heavy Haystack, and today I'm talking about the new album from Cannibal Corpse titled Violence Unimagined. If you only know one metal band, it's probably Metallica, but if you only know one death metal band, it's Cannibal Corpse. Ever since 1988, the band has stayed near the top of the death metal heap by being the quintessential death metal band. Down-tuned ripping guitars, constant aggression, powerfully growled vocals, and lyrics detailing every kind of violent horror movie imagery that you can imagine. And despite a number of lineup changes over the years, with the rhythm section of Alex Webster and Paul Mazurkiewicz staying intact, the band's output has remained largely consistent, not just in quality, but also in style. And this has been a point of both praise and criticism for the band. While the old school metal elitists have maintained their respect for Cannibal Corpse for persevering with little change in sound and style, more open-minded and/or harder-to-please metalheads have been a little bit more lukewarm to the band's output, seeing them like a death metal McDonald's. Everybody knows about it, you know what you're gonna get, and you'll eat it, but other options entice you just a little bit more. But just like when McDonald's brings back the McRib or the Shamrock Shake, there's some switch-ups with this 15th outing, Violence Unimagined, to spark some interest. For one, they have Hate Eternal's Erik Rutan playing lead guitar as a full member this go-around. He's already produced 5 of the last 6 Cannibal Corpse records, including this one. And he's written 3 songs on this record, being much more involved with the writing process of this album. The 2 singles that were released before the album also seem to breed more excitement than normal for a Cannibal Corpse record as well. In February, the band dropped Inhumane Harvest, which I still consider the best track of the album. Needle-like guitar work making for highly recognizable riffage, fitting lyrics describing kidnapping organ thieves, and a groovy breakdown is icing on the cake that will pull in both modern and classic metal fans. Near the end of March, the band released the album opener, Murderous Rampage, and it's easy to see why it was picked as the opener because it's a thrashy punch in the face from the first notes, and another top-quality track from the record. Both the singles are written by rhythm guitarist Rob Barrett, who's been a big factor in the band's modern era of consistent quality since his return to the band on the 2006 Kill album. But what about Erik Rutan's output on the record? Rutan wrote both the music and lyrics for the tracks Ritual Annihilation, Over Torture, and Condemnation Contagion, the last 2 of those being standouts on the record. Over Torture being a 2.5-minute display of non-stop aggression and never taking a break to slow the tempo down, instead creating dynamics with start and stop guitars at both the beginning and ending of the song. Condemnation Contagion was inspired by the pandemic, lyrics of plague, disease, isolation, and paranoia over a bed of groovy, swaying guitars, making this one another favorite. Most of these highlight tracks are in the first half of the record, including the tracks Necrogenic Resurrection and Surround, Kill, Devour. Something these early tracks all have in common is their focus on distinctive riffs over just blistering garages of guitar chords and pure aggression. Most of these riffs you can just hum and identify them, which isn't too common for a lot of Cannibal Corpse material. Each song has a distinctive identity that sets it apart from one another and makes each song much more memorable on its own. In the second half of the record, the riffs and songs get less distinctive, however. Outside of the aforementioned Over Torture, these tracks sound more like what you're used to hearing out of Cannibal Corpse. That doesn't mean these tracks are bad. They still stand over the vast majority of classic leading death metal fare, but considering this is Cannibal Corpse, these later tracks simply meet expectations compared to the first half, which exceeds them. There's still plenty of nasty riffs, squealing leads, and headbanging aggression to be had, but with less character than the first half shows. All in all, Violence Unimagined has many standout tracks to make it quality. Many songs have distinctive guitar sounds and song arrangements to make them memorable and catchy, while still keeping the expectations of what you want from Cannibal Corpse intact. Erik Rutan's production remains top-notch, quickly endearing you to how the album sounds. And performance-wise, all of the members of the band are still at the top of their game. And I would put this album in the higher side of what Cannibal Corpse has done, especially in their modern era. Violence Unimagined by Cannibal Corpse gets a 4 out of 5. What did you think of the album? Leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the Heavy Haystack if you want to see more videos similar to this one. Peace, love, music, and I'll see y'all next time.